What brings you in today, Erica?
I'm getting back into the gym. I've been out for the last 12 weeks for an injury.
12 weeks.
Yes.
Okay.
It's been a long time and I'm not used to it.
What was said injury?
Fracture in the wrist and de Quervain's tendinopathy.
Whoa, that's a big word.
Yes.
Right side, left side?
Right wrist, and I'm
Okay.
right-handed.
Okay, cool. So does your doctor kind of clear you for this? Did they recommend you get back to physical activity?
They did. The fracture's healed. I still have pain in the wrist from the tendons, but I'm recommended to get back into exercise, not at the same level I was before, but start strengthening my wrist again.
All right, very good, very good. Doctor approval is always a good thing to have.
Yes.
So currently you've been out injured. What were you doing before the injury?
CrossFit. That's been my
Okay.
almost 2 years now, so I've always really loved it and enjoyed it.
Mm-hmm.
And then I do run as well.
Oh, perfect. What specifically of CrossFit do you enjoy?
The camaraderie, the class structure, it seems it's always something different, so I don't get as bored. That's kind of what's,
Not boring is a very
Yes.
good thing. What kind of don't you like? What's some things, maybe swimming, biking, other activities that you don't really or like to stay away from?
Swimming, definitely not a fan of that one. And I don't have a bike but would like to get one, but I haven't done that in a while. But I usually stay away from things like that, swimming,
Okay.
biking typically.
Okay, cool. So speaking with your doctor, getting back into the program, you kind of understand the need for exercise and why it's important.
Yes,
Good,
I think
good.
it's important pretty much every aspect for me. It's been a long 12 weeks.
I can't imagine, but I'm glad you're back.
Yes.
And we'll get you started here. Good. Any current medications you're on?
No, nothing that would inhibit me.
Perfect.
Nothing new.
So we've talked about the pros, everything we need to look forward to. Some cons here. So what are some obstacles or things that have prevented you in the past?
Injuries, quite a few of them. So the current one, and then I did have a stress fracture in my leg that's been persistent for a couple of years, but I can usually get through it pretty, as long as I'm following what the doctors have said for that too. And then family. Last year was a long year for me, so I didn't have as much time to commit to the gym.
Okay. So it's kind of working on that balance a little bit too. Obstacles obviously come up, but I think once we get a good plan in place and kind of recognizing that they might show their face again, trying to work around those. So that's good. Cool. Anything coming up obstacle-wise, like a big vacation, any surgeries planned?
I do have a vacation in 3 weeks.
Where you going?
Florida.
All
So I'll be
right.
at Disney for 2 days, and then I'll be on the beach by myself for about 6 more. So it should be
Ooh,
fun.
very good.
First one in 4 years, definitely needed.
Wow, yeah. Long overdue.
Yes. And then possibly surgery. If my wrist pain persists, they're going to do a tendon release.
Okay. And
So-
when will that be? End of this year?
No, possibly as soon as middle of June.
Wow, okay,
Yes.
coming up fast. So it just all depends on how this exercise program goes.
Yes.
Okay. A lot of pressure
See
on
how
me.
I can strengthen it and use it daily without pain.
Okay, very
Yes.
good. So the long and short of it is, how do you think I can help you moving forward?
Getting a set plan without CrossFit, without being to lift a barbell and lift weights, I'm feeling a little lost. The first 3 to 4 weeks of the injury, I was able to mentally muscle through it, doing different things like box jumps and running, but that only lasts so long, and the longer the injury persists, the harder it is to keep the motivation up. So I've really lost that motivation and kind of motivation in almost everything. So
Okay,
when working out is what I do and what I enjoy.
absolutely. So getting back to that, getting back to what you love.
Yes.
A little bit of accountability too, having someone to kind of help push you, keep you along, keep you on task.
Without my gym friends, without everyone at the CrossFit gym,
Yeah.
it's kind of a lot harder too.
Okay,
So.
very good. Well, I can definitely be assisting with that.
Perfect.
So we also know and understand that it's kind of a two-part thing. So exercise is the main component. That's what we're going to focus on. But nutrition does play a big role. So I kind of wanted to go through briefly just a typical day eating-wise, breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Go.
Okay. So egg whites usually in the morning. Sometimes a yogurt. I like Siggy's yogurt. That's one of my favorites.
Okay.
And then usually a vegetable, either green beans or either bell peppers for breakfast.
Very good.
Lunch I'll do something chicken, broccoli, sweet potatoes usually. I'm not a rice person as much, so
All right,
sweet
that's
potatoes
okay.
I usually do. Afternoon I'll eat grapes or grapefruit, my 2 favorite fruits,
Is a snack?
as a snack.
All right, healthy snacks are good.
And then dinners are always hit and miss. I get home and sometimes I want pasta and sometimes I don't. So that's one thing I like. But usually it's chicken or steak my favorite food is steak. So
Okay, so what I'm hearing is it sounds like you're getting some pretty good or at least adequate amounts of protein. You definitely like your protein. A lot of veggies in there. Good, nice balance it seems between your pasta and your non-pasta days, as well as some healthy snacks with your fruit and your yogurt. Any sort of changes on the weekends? I know a lot of people kind of.
yeah, I usually prep my food, and I'm good Monday through Thursdays, and usually Friday too, because
Okay.
I am weird about my food staying in a container too long, because I have a bad experience with food poisoning once, so
Yeah.
I like to keep it, not too many days, and then half of the time I have time on Thursday to prep through the weekend, and sometimes I don't, so it's usually not as much of a priority.
Okay, very good. Hydration-wise, mostly water, coffee,
Water,
teas?
coffee.
That's
Those are
it?
the two things,
Okay.
yes, mostly. Coffee starting first thing in the morning, and then finish that usually by 10, and then switch to water.
Very good. Supplements, anything like that along the
Nothing.
lines right now? Okay.
Vitamin D, it's the only thing I take.
That's good. So, kind of wrapping up both pieces, the physical and the nutrition-wise, basically, let's find the driving force of all this, the need for change or why you want to change. So what kind of is motivating you right now to get back into it?
Fitting into my pants.
Fitting into
Very
your pants.
transparently and honestly.
That is a very realistic goal. So we can.
It's not typical for me to be in this position, and I have found myself in the same position a couple years ago, probably more like 5 or 6, but I've not ever lost the motivation to work out. It's always been a part of me, and I didn't think an injury would have this big of an impact on me, but it has.
Okay.
More ways than one.
Well, that's a very specific and measurable goal, so
Yes.
that's going to help us kind of plan right for that. What can you kind of commit to like right now? 3 days a week, 5 days a week? What do you think is a realistic goal in terms of frequency that we could do?
I would say 3 to 4
Okay.
would be realistic. 1 weekend day and 3 days throughout the week.
Okay, so that you can balance that with work and life and all that other good
Yes.
stuff. All right, good. So 3 to 4 days, that's kind of what I would recommend too, especially
Okay.
as a starting point, getting back into it. I'm sure you're used to probably working out more than that in a typical week, but you got to start somewhere.
Right, yeah.
Cool.
I was 6 days a week. I only took Thursdays off in
Wow.
the past.
Okay, so this is a little bit of a downgrade,
Yes,
but
it is.
we'll work back up to that 6. Lastly, any questions for me?
No, just I'm a person who likes a clear plan. I can follow a clear plan and needing accountability
Okay.
because I feel I've lost all internal accountability, so I am going to need it externally now.
Okay, I can definitely be assisting with that. Just going to do a quick recap here. You've been
Okay.
out for the last about 12 weeks. Your doctor's cleared you for exercise, and that's what you kind of want to focus on here. You're looking for that accountability, but also a little bit of that camaraderie and team spirit of kind of motivating you to get it done. No medications, a few obstacles that have prevented you as family, that work-life balance, as well as past injuries. Right now, nutritionally speaking, it seems that you're on a pretty good plan. I wouldn't tweak that, at least not yet.
Okay.
We're going to focus again more on the physical side with the programming. Really fun and specific goal of fitting in your pants. So we can definitely work towards doing that. We're going to start with 3, maybe 4 days a week with that weekend day working in there. And then I'll get to work on the programming and hopefully let's revisit this. I'm thinking probably Monday,
Yeah.
start the week off right.
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay, I'll see you Monday.
Sounds great. Thank you.
Thank you.